Okay, so just wanted to give you a quick market update. And right now, what I'm going to focus on is the Southeast Oakland County, I don't know, region, area, whatever you want to call it. So we're looking at kind of the northwest, West Bloomfield, up around Union Lake, and then we'll cover all of the area all the way down through, I don't know, Oak Park, Hazel Park, and everything in between. This gives us a great selection of very high priced areas, moderately priced areas, tiny little villages, a couple of big cities, and some open areas in between. Let's start out with the numbers. I'm not going to do I don't do a ton of numbers. I like to keep it simple because it's a very complicated subject and there's so many different ways of looking at this. But really, you boil it down to the most important. First of all, of course, we're always concerned with what's the value of our real estate. And so as we start looking into these, I compare the averages. I'm not a mathematician or a statistician. I'm sure some of you could tell me that the median's better or the average is better, whatever. I figure as long as we're looking at the same numbers consistently, it lets us know where things are trending. We're looking at mass numbers of homes and people and just trying to understand where trends are heading. Obviously, for your individual property, we're going to want to look at exactly what's going on in the immediate area. That's going to impact you as much, if not more, as what kind of our regional trends and national trends actually are. Like I'm sure you've seen on the news, national news is reporting this awful real estate market where prices are crashing and all of this. What I'm seeing here, and at least in Southeast Oakland County, is that our price trends continue to go up. We're actually up almost $10,000 on average over where we were just a month ago. This month, we actually went up over $385,000 on the average home sale that closed for the month of February. And that's up over an average of $375,000 and some change that we were seeing for the month of January. So we continue to increase in prices. And this is increasing in prices through a time period where traditionally we'll see prices that actually go down because of the seasonality. And I want you to take a quick look at this chart, and you can see that seasonally, January, February are almost without fail the low point for the prices. And I'll show you here in a second in terms of number of sales. We increased days on market, all those kinds of things. And it's just not happening this year. So this year, we saw the low point in our average prices way back in December, which normally December we're seeing a little carryover because those are, again, we're looking at prices that closed. So we're looking back in time a good 30 to 60 days typically. Our current numbers, we would normally expect to see these are homes that were going under contract right around the end of the year. So you have that holiday period, you have kind of that slow start typically. We don't usually start to see our seasonal price increases until March. In terms of stability of the market, I think we're looking really good. Our total number of home sales is down. And, last month we were reporting lower than typical at 981. For February, only 831 homes sold, which is low. We typically see a few hundred homes more than that will sell. But I think as I kind of ponder this, I think it's a good thing. What we're seeing is that people aren't interested in selling their homes in the current environment. There's no panic sales. If you were around for, the awful times back in 2007 to 2011, 12, as we went through that crash and saw prices plummeting, people were shoveling homes on the market as fast as they could. There was panic. People wanted to get out. They had these awful mortgages that were increasing in prices, and their home values were dropping like stones. We're not seeing anything like this. What we're seeing is more people are resisting selling just because they're not sure where they're going to end up. There's not a lot of inventory. There's not a lot of great homes available on the market any time right now. and people would rather just stay where they're at. Not making a move. It's a valid choice. If you're comfortable, you're safe, secure, why not? Why not stick around and see what's happening? Unless there's a way to secure a nice home first and then sell, which we can talk about in another video, because it is a possibility now. But that's it. All right. Like I said, days on market were actually creeping up a little bit. The number of homes that are actually up for sale on the market for February, we are seeing a very low number. We are seeing 831 homes that were for sale in the month of February, which is a few hundred homes less than we would typically see. I'm viewing that number as strength of the market, believe it or not. In the face of all this news about market crashes and real estate values going down and whatnot that you're hearing on the national media, what we're seeing locally is that there's a lot of people with a lot of equity. A lot of people are making rational decisions in their self-interest. If you have a lot of equity and you don't think you're going to get what you want for your home, then why not go ahead and continue to live in it? And that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people also, they're not wanting to stay where they're at, but they are a little stymied by this lack of inventory. If you don't have a good selection of homes, if you're looking to upgrade and there's not a lot of great upgrades, then you're just going to wait and see what happens. Let's revisit that in another video. We actually have a way to help you find the homes first and then sell after the fact and kind of minimize your risk there. Moving on, in terms of numbers of homes sold, we got a nice little pop. We sold more homes in February than in January. Sometimes that happens. It kind of goes back and forth between whether January or February is our slowest month of the year. This year it looks like January was, and we're creeping back up. So 416 homes sold. That's not a lot, but it's stronger than it was. We want that incremental kind of creeping improvement. Really don't want to get into another one of those years where it's on fire, because it makes it so hard for buyers, right? What we'd like to see is that steady, consistent increase in the value of our home. We want to see a decent number of homes available, so there's a nice selection, and you get a little back and forth in the market, and get it a little bit of balance, right? And of course, the number that I really like to pay attention to here is that month's supply. This is, of course, how long would it take to sell all of the homes on the market if if nothing were to change. And this is a number that really is our best indicator of what direction things are going. And this is a number historically, if we're seeing 3 months or more worth of supply, in other words, it would take 3 months to sell off all of the current inventory at the current rate of sale. At 3 months or more, we start to see price declines, and then the greater the supply, the faster the declines. This is what we saw, back when the crash was happening nationally. And then, if that number gets below about 1.5 months, we start to see that our prices start to zoom up very quickly. And, sometimes we get a little panic in the market on the buyer side. This is where people, they start throwing more cash after properties. This is where we see homes that are selling for more than their list. Buyers have no negotiating power. And, as a seller, it can be a good feeling. You have 10 offers and you can kind of dictate the terms. But what you start to see, especially with these higher interest rates, buyers will start to retract. And so it's maintaining that balance of power, balance of supply and demand. This is how markets work. And right now we're at 1.1, which is about as low as it's ever been. I mean, last year we did briefly touch 1.0. You saw what happened then. So it'll be interesting to see as we move through the spring. Do interest rates kind of maintain or dip? Do they continue to slide up a little bit? I think that'll influence us a little, but again, I think for the most part we've adapted to the new reality. Interest rates are not going to be 3%. Are they going to be, in the 6s? Are they going to go up into the 7s, or are they going to drop down into the 5s? And that'll really dictate the kind of year that we have locally here, at least. So as always, My name's Brian Hayes. I am a real estate agent here with 3DX Real Estate in Troy. If you have any questions at all in terms of the overall market, if you're if you'd like to know how this is going to impact the actual value of your home, or if you've been thinking about buying and are really just trying to get a grasp on what's going on and is it a good time for you to give it a shot, let's have a talk. I'm always willing to sit down for 15-20 minutes and explore what's going on. I can help you understand, and you can make a decision for whether it's the right time for you. And of course, I'm happy to share all of my resources and my network with you and get you where you want to be. In the meantime, if you want to take a look at a couple of homes in the area, we have been filming actual homes that have been up on the market. It'll help you get a good feel for where your money goes right now. So you can take a look. I've got some Troy homes here. We've got some Farmington Hills here. And then, of course, if you want to do a deep dive into some particular cities and get down into the nitty-gritty details, go ahead, take a look. We've got these different market reports that we're doing. I'm going and trying to get through all of these today on March 1st to keep them timely. And let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I hope you have a great day.